Yo, are you Brez? What's up, Brez? How we doing? Can we interview really quickly?
Yeah.
Another one?
Round two.
Let's do it in front of the car.
Back again. I saw your last one did really well with you.
We gotta go better on this one.
Yeah, we gotta go better.
They don't know who you are. What do you do for a living, man?
I own Fiji Water. My grandpa owns Fiji Water.
You don't own Fiji Water. What do you actually do?
I run ads for businesses.
So you market for a living?
I do, yeah. I run ads for businesses, pretty much any and all type on any and every platform.
To be good at marketing, do you have to be pretty creative?
Yeah, it definitely takes a creative mind. The whole point of marketing is to be captivating and catch viewers' attention.
How do you personally make money off of that?
So we take a percentage for majority of our clients, some pay on retainer, but majority of our clients, we take a percentage of the revenue we generate them from the ads we run for them.
And do you think ads are the best way for a company to grow on social media?
Once the organic foundation is set in stone and they have things like their creative styled, overall content, website, product, offer, 100%.
And how old are you today?
I'm 20.
How many cars do you have today?
I have 3 cars.
What kind of cars do you have?
I just bought this Porsche GT3 RS. I have a BMW M3 Competition and then a Aventador S.
What's the trick for someone to go viral in 2025?
Consistency is really key, bro.
Were you big on social media before the marketing?
No.
How did you narrow it down to do what you do today?
Well, I started a clothing brand, was running that for a while, made some decent money with that, and then learned the marketing side of things from that and realized I could make a lot more money doing that and just went full on at it.
Someone watching this video, they're stuck and they don't know how to become successful like you have. What's the best advice you're going to give them?
I think the biggest thing is overcoming the fear that you're not capable of doing it and just actually going out and doing it yourself. And obviously it'll be a grind, it'll take time, but just stick with it and it'll come.
Where can they find you online, man?
At Brez Scales.
Thank you so much. Good seeing you again, bro.
Good to see you again, bro.
Oh, yeah. How old were you when you became successful?
6.
And how did you determine being successful at 6 years old?
I made $11.75 selling lemonade, and it felt like I had $1 billion to my name.
What's your best piece of advice to someone watching this video who's starting a business at home today?
There's 2 real core things that you have to do. One, I believe that most people do businesses to get money, and that's why they fail. If you're doing it to get money, you're gonna take shortcuts, you're gonna do shit you don't give a fuck about. Second, you've got to tune out noise.
So what's your best advice you'd give someone like me trying to get into social media?
To give a fuck about every platform. Your biggest growth is probably going to happen on Snapchat Spotlight, but you're not even thinking about that because everyone's too Instagram and TikTok obsessed. YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Snapchat Spotlight, X, all these other platforms really matter too. So become more diverse on more platforms.
A lot of people I interview, I always ask them, who's the wealthiest person you've been in a room with? And what's one lesson you picked up from being in the room with them? I'd have to say, you're the wealthiest person I've been in the room with. What's one lesson you want to give me so I can tell the next person to ask me that question?
That the shit that I spew on social that you've seen about patience, like I was 34 working in my dad's liquor store. You could live an entire another life as you are right now, your entire life again, and be the age that I was at when I first started actually building the shit you now know about. You've got way more fucking time than you realize, and if you realize that, everything slows down. So you know how in sports, like real legends talk about when the sport slowed down? If you guys slowed it down and weren't so anxious to make it, it would make you better at getting there. And so honestly, just take some pressure. Like, ambition's amazing, and you've got it. So I've seen it.
You see me before?
Bro, you saw that I commented on it. You just need to give yourself grace to give yourself time to get there.
Age is the most important thing I have.
It's the biggest advantage you have on someone like me, all those years. Enjoy them, let them be your partner. And the biggest way to do that is to not worry about what other people think about your success or not success.
Where can they find you on social media?
Gary VEE.
Thank you so much. Excuse me, are you Paulo Von Caro?
Yeah, bro.
Can I interview really quickly?
Sure.
How old were you when you made your first $1 million?
18.
How old are you today?
22.
And what do you do for a living?
I play basketball.
Getting into the NBA at such a young age, you got a lot of millions of dollars getting forced onto your back so early. How did you manage this money earlier in your career?
Man, I just have a good circle, man. I got people that want the best for me, so they're not trying to take from me.
Were there any smart investments you made early in your career?
I invested in myself, man.
Anything specifically?
I would say in my body, I got a chef, started eating right. That's really it.
And you grew up in Seattle, am I right?
Yeah.
So growing up in Seattle, do you think there's a lot of talent in that area?
Yeah, we got endless talent in Seattle.
So how did you stick out when you were younger trying to make the pro basketball league?
Man, I just watched the great ones that was before me and try to pay my own way.
When you were growing up, was going to the NBA always your dream job?
I think at first I wanted to go to NFL. I played football and basketball. I wanted to be an NFL player, but once I got a little taller, I realized I was going to be a basketball player.
A lot of the NBA players are scared to admit this, but do you think when you were growing up, the money in the NBA was the main thing that got you to want to lock in on the NBA?
No, I would say I just wanted to play on TV for real. That was my biggest thing, being on ESPN.
What do you think is the most important thing for a rookie getting drafted today to do differently to stand out when they're in the NBA?
Keep the main thing, man. Don't get caught up in all the distractions.
I'm 17 years old. I'm doing interviews on social media. Yes, I know we're in 2 completely different industries, but what's some advice you'd give me to grow?
Keep doing what you're doing, man. You look like you got a good thing going.
Thank you so much, man. Where can they find you on social media?
Matt Paulo 5.
Of course. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time. Excuse me, ma'am. I like your watch. Can I interview really quickly?
Sure.
How old were you when you made your first million?
21.
How old are you today?
I'm 21.
21. So you made
Yeah.
your first million this year?
Yeah.
How did you make your first million?
I made my first million with digital products and mentorships online.
So what kind of digital products do you sell?
I help people start or scale their businesses, so I sell like wholesale suppliers for hair and for clothing and like marketing guides, teaching people how to market on social media and make passive income.
And how long have you been trying to make your first million?
I've been trying to make my first million since I was 10 years old.
10 years old?
Yeah.
So you were in business since 10 years old?
I was in business since I was 14, but I
14.
got the vision at 10.
What made you get the vision so young?
I mean, I was dealing with a lot at home, living in Chicago. We were getting evicted every single year. We were living house to house, and I'm like, I don't want to live like this the rest of my life.
Did you have a good group of friends around you when you were trying to get into business?
I thought I did, but you know, people change as you grow. So I thought I had good friends at the time, but it's like once you start to grow and develop, people change and they're not who you thought they were.
And do you think social media is a big part of your business?
It is.
You think it's everything?
I mean, I wouldn't consider everything because God is everything, but
True.
social media, you know, I run my business online now digitally, so.
And have you blown up on social media or not yet?
I hit 600,000 followers this morning.
That's blowing up, 600,000 followers. I have 100,000 ish. So what's some advice you want to give me so I can grow my social media?
Stay consistent, right? Stay consistent. Make sure you're posting all the time, showing up all the time. Don't just disappear, and be intentional with your content.
And let me ask you this. What's the most you've ever made in one day in business?
About 150,000, over
You're kidding.
150,000. I swear to God.
In one day?
In one day.
How is that possible? Break it down.
I don't want to break down my
You
strategy.
don't want to break it down?
No.
Of course. Where can they find you on social media?
VREL Pryor, ChearIel, PRYOR. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Thank you so much. Who am I here with today?
Livy Dunn.
I don't know who you are. What do you do for a living?
I do social media and some modeling.
And you've blown up on social media. What's the trick to go viral in 2025?
I feel like longer form videos and actually using your voice, which is new to me. I've always just used trending sounds, and I think using your voice gets you followers.
And do you think being a girl makes it easier to blow up on social media?
No.
So you think anyone could blow up?
The world is your oyster. There's a will, there's a way.
If you were starting over on social media today, what's one thing you'd do different?
Honestly, I've grown to love Twitter. It's kind of crazy. It's a crazy place there, but I've grown to love it. So I think growing my platform on Twitter.
And you committed to LSU. How long ago was that?
I think I committed to LSU when I was in 8th grade.
How is that even possible? How do you commit in
The
such a early
recruiting
age?
rules were different back then, and you could be recruited super young.
So what's the one thing that you've been investing your money in that's been helping the most?
Definitely having equity in different businesses, that's really important.
How many brands do you work with today?
I work with a whole ton.
Can you give me the top three?
I can't. I
can't?
can't give you the top
Everything?
3. I love all the brands I work with. They feel really true to who I am, and that's the only reason that I partner with them.
You were going back 10 years ago to your younger self. What's one thing you would tell yourself about like life and everything?
If I had to go back, I would say thank you to my younger self.
What does that mean?
I think just sticking to what felt true to me and keep doing what I was doing, because look at where I am today. I'm pretty excited. So
Where can they
yeah.
find you on social media?
At Livy on TikTok and at Livy Dunn on Instagram.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are you Jaleel? Yeah. Can I interview you really quickly?
Yeah, what's up?
How old were you when you made your first million?
Honestly, I never even made $1 million yet.
You're lying. Stop lying.
But you know what counts? Being rich inside, spiritually.
How do you think you'll make your first physical $1 million cash?
Maybe TikTok.
Well, you make music though on the side,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
right?
No. Music is my first thing. That's like my first thing. But TikTok, you can run up some bread on that shit like quick.
Do you
know?
truly love music?
I love music. I love creating. That's all I use TikTok for, to push my music.
At what age did you first start loving music?
Bro, I've always loved music growing up. It's just one of those things where it just connected with me. I could feel it.
You used to go viral on TikTok, am I right?
Always.
What's your number one most viral song?
Flavor by Jaleel, but
Flavor.
Dive Into is going crazy. Rude Gal's going crazy.
Do you think that song Flavor has made you at least 6 figures?
Soon.
Soon? Not yet.
Soon. Inshallah, soon.
How old are you today?
I'm 29.
There's
yeah.
someone young watching this video. How can they start making money off music?
I never started doing music for money. I started doing music because I love to create.
That's true.
So do what you love, and God will make it happen for you. That's it.
What's one message you'd give your younger self before figuring out who you want to be in the future?
Probably trust your gut and not give a fuck about what nobody has to say. And yeah, trust your instinct.
Where can I find you on social media, man?
JELEEEEL.
Jaleel, yeah.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yo, Nas, can I interview you really quickly?
All right.
How old were you when you made your first $1 million?
19, 18, 19,
How old are you today?
25,
I know you're pretty tall. It's pretty obvious for them to tell, but what do you do for a living, man?
NBA.
How long you been in the NBA?
6 years.
Growing up, did you think you were going to be in the NBA in the future?
Probably not my earlier years. Probably when I was 7th, 8th grade.
And what made you want to really lock in on basketball?
High school, I kind of saw that I could really do something with it. Help out my family and, all those type of things.
Did you grow up rich?
Did I? No, not at all.
What was it like making millions of dollars at such a young early age?
It was different for sure. I mean, I had to adjust, kind of had to know how to spend my money, use my money in the smartest ways.
Who's the hardest NBA player you've had to guard in your career?
Probably like Curry.
Curry? How do you guard Curry?
You can't.
You can't?
Nah, a lot of times you can't.
For most of the time, when you're guarding players who are much shorter than you, because they're much faster than you, How are you able to guard them?
I mean, just staying lower. A lot of times, like you said, they're smaller than us, so, their lateral quickness and movements are a little bit different and faster. So just trying to, give them space and, contest whatever, jumper or whatever you can or whatever the case may be. But, just kind of just trying to stay low as them and, I guess move laterally is just like them.
If someone is watching this video at home and they're growing up with not a lot of money, they want to become successful, what's one piece of advice about business or anything it might be to really help them make it out?
I think staying focused, keeping the mission at task ahead of you. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. Just staying locked in and dialed in. It might be some sacrifices you have to make along the way, whether it's friends, family, business, whatever the case may be. And you kind of just got to know, that's for the best of the situation. And, if they take offense to it or whatever the case may be.
You think it's important to focus on one thing, though, if you want to become successful at it?
Yeah. If you really love it, yeah, one thing.
Where can they find you on social media, man?
Instagram, Hollywood Nas. That's pretty much it.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Hell yeah. Excuse me, sir. How old were you when you made your first million?
I was 21. Got to interview me and my boy.
What do you guys do for a living?
Play football.
What team?
Jaguars. Dog Pound. Cleveland Browns.
How long you guys been in the NFL for?
A year.
3.
What's one piece of advice another NFL player gave you guys that you guys are going to stick with throughout your career?
Keep going. Don't never stop. Through the ups and the downs, stay humble. The highs and the lows, stay the same and remain you and just keep working.
What's the best piece of advice about money you should give someone watching my channel?
If you can't buy it 10 times, don't buy it. Don't chase the money, chase the dream, then the money will come. So just perfect your craft, and then the money gonna follow.
And what was the spark for you guys loving football at such young early ages?
Everybody's situation kind of different. For me, I ain't really had nothing else, for real. I say the same, man. Just growing up in the environment I did, that was my escape from, the real world.
When you guys were growing up, were there any athletes that inspired you guys? That since you guys made the NFL, you guys got to meet?
Nah, not for real, though.
Anyone who inspires you want to meet one day that plays football professionally or did?
I'll say, just going to a Deion camp or something when I was a kid and just coaching one of the best DBs and knowing that I wanted to follow them footsteps and be a great DB.
When you guys were growing up, do you guys expect to make the NFL in the future?
Oh, yeah. Whatever I told myself I was going to do at any time, I always expected to happen. It just manifested my whole life for real. It was my plan A, I ain't have a plan B, so I had to make it work.
Where can they find you guys on social media?
At Jarian Jones. Martin Emerson _1.
Thank you guys so much.
Bro.